This is Derek Daisey from To The Echo Radio Show. So last week we talked about the smart car, and after talking about it, I kind of talked myself into one. So we got one. So this is the entire car. It's small. I mean, obviously very small on the outside. But you know what? I found a parking spot in New York City within a couple moments, which is pretty cool. When it usually takes me a good 30 minutes to find something, I found one right in front of a house conveniently. But so I guess first things first is we're going to go on the inside of the car, the show. So you open up the door. Obviously it's a two-seater, so this is where you are. You got your speedometer, got your radio. These cables are actually my auxiliary cable and my iPhone charger, which I put up there. I bought that myself to put in the car. You have, the oddly shaped rear view mirror. Have a moonroof. Does not open. That's why it's a moonroof, not a sunroof. But as you can see, it's very panoramic. You can see all the way around you, and and the thing is, in the front of the car, it feels like a normal car. I don't feel squished, but when I turn around, obviously half a car is missing. We'll show you the trunk in a minute. With this guy, what you see is the park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And what you can do is, this car is actually a automatic manual, meaning that there's no clutch, and the car changes the shifts for you. But what you can do, if you want to manually override that, you can take the drive and put it into plus minus. And what that allows you to do is push up, push down, and you can change the gears on your own, which I really like doing. So I actually rarely drive in the automatic. Obviously there's a horn, but another cool thing about the shifting too is, for us that like video games, you can shift right here on the wheels, like plus and minus, and that's pretty cool. Here you got your AC. If you have a car with the AC, they make a model without it, believe it or not. But yeah, the AC works pretty well. You have, in this model, I got the heated seating, the comfort package, so it's heated seating, automatic locking doors, and power windows, and they do make a model without power windows. Great thing about it, feature-wise, too, is it has a bunch of airbags. So you have an airbag there, I have an airbag in front of me, I have a side airbag up here, I have a side airbag up there, there's some airbags on the side that'll travel with you if you're hit a different way. And believe it or not, the engine is not in the front of the car, it's actually in the back of the car. And what they do have in the front of the car, you don't really have a lot of access to stuff in the front. It's in the front there, they have like the windshield wiper and such, where you pull the trunk off, but actually there's some things under the mat here. They don't give you a spare tire, they actually give you a tire repair kit, which comes with an inflatable like an air compressor that you can plug in your 12 volt, which is down here. There's the brake pedal and the drive pedal, or the accelerator. It's pretty nice. Can't complain. But again, look at that panoramic view. I'll tell you, it's taking me getting used to switching lanes, because I think there's a bigger car behind me than I realize there is, so I can actually fit into a lot. But it's very, very nice. Let's go take a look on the back of the car. Obviously the doors are pretty big, but what's cool is you can either let's see, I have the keys right here. The keys obviously they lock or unlock, lock, and then you can open the trunk. And now if you hold down that button, it pops the glass. And then part of the comfort package too is it actually comes with this lid that keeps people from being able to see inside your trunk when you go away from your car. Push this latch, comes down, And again, you can pull that back so you actually can see the trunk space. It's not as bad as you'd think for as small as the car is. I could fit a guitar in here, and you can actually push the seat forward and make more room. There's also a tray in here where you can put some stuff like I don't know, cables, jumping cables, whatever. But again, the engine, you can actually access the engine down here. This is where you do all your oil changes and all that, believe it or not. And you do hear the motor behind you. It's kind of funny. Guess I know what it feels like for those Beetle drivers of the 60s and 70s, 80s and 90s. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The gas, obviously, just open it up there. It's a locked gas tank, so unless you have the key, you can't get into it. This car allows you to get into the remotely, as I've shown you. And what you'll see here is there's nothing here on the key. If you have like a dime or something or a coin, they allow you to get into it. If, like, say your battery dies, you go in there and you would put your key to unlock it. Pretty neat. But yeah, it drives, you know, a lot of people do talk about the jerkiness. It drives like a manual. That's exactly how it drives. Like, it's not an automatic car, so it's not as smooth as an automatic car. I also got the wider tires on this vehicle because of the city. Now I'm leasing it from the Mercedes-Benz. They have a really good deal on these. You can lease them for as low as $99 a month. You know, and it really was. Like, I could have walked out of there with a $99 car, but my dealer sweetened the deal, and so I got a much nicer car for the amount of money. But yeah, it's made by Mercedes-Benz. You know, a lot of people ask about the safety of the car, and it's actually it's made with a steel frame. So, you know, I've actually seen a video of this thing driving, I think 70 miles per hour into a brick wall. And, I mean, obviously, if you did that, you would die. But outside of that, the shell was only barely dented, and that was on the edge. So it definitely is a very safe car, especially with the 8 airbags. Yeah, it's a really great city car. 38 miles per gallon on the highway, 34 in the city, so it's not too bad. You know, I've actually had the car for about a day now, and I've only used a gallon, and I drove all the way from Manhattan to Lower Brooklyn and got turned around a little bit because, you know, city folk generally just take the subway. But yeah, aside from that, it's a pretty cool car. You know, they have some great insurance packages there if you ever take a look. One of them, which I was really turned to, is they have this tire insurance or whatever for 3 years while you have the lease. So if you ever hit a pothole and it dents the bottom of your car, or if you puncture your tires, pop them or anything, they'll replace it for 3 years. And the good thing about that is it costs, these tires are actually really expensive, believe it or not, the way they're built. So they can cost about $2,000 for the group. So, you know, for 3 years in New York City, I think that made a lot of sense for me. And they told me if I ever had a problem with a tire, if the air was off, I could bring it into them and they'll top it off for me for free, and that's all included. So, and then you got 3 or 4 year, I think 4 year warranty. You know, if anything engine-wise goes wrong, or if I break down on the side of the road, they'll come and, you know, fix my car or come and get it. I definitely recommend at least test driving it, see how you feel. But I like it. It's not as small as you'd think. I fit in it really well. My wife was actually pretty surprised how she could lay down and not actually hit the floor. So, yeah. So there's that. So if you guys have any questions, you know, do that, or otherwise listen to us Saturdays from 8 to 11 on KineticHiFi.com to the Echo Radio Show with me, myself, Derek Daisey, and Nick O'Kelly, and we'll see you later.